So guys, another little job we've got is this very beautiful old chair. I'm just going to tighten up all the joints. As you can see, lots of the joints came loose everywhere. It's a little bit wonky. There's no real damage on it. It's just to stiffen it up a little bit and then to refinish it. I'm not doing the upholstery. The customer is going to have the upholstery done by somebody. So let me get this apart quickly. So just to give you a quick idea why this is necessary. As you can see, some of the joints is loose. I got the light a bit better now. But this side is not so bad. The bad side is actually this side. So as you can see, only dowel's keeping this together. And for example, this is just an aesthetic piece, but it came off. And then I don't know who or what happened here. Somebody tried to refinish it, but the paint or the varnish went to heaven. So that's also something we have to fix. I got permission from the customer to remove all the upholstery because they're going to redo it. So let me get the upholstery off and then see if we can take this apart. So I just removed the back piece of upholstery, and now I can reach these screws that actually ties the two armrests. And then in the bottom here, I can get the screws out that holds the armrest. Because they are the two most fragile pieces that I want to get off before I damage even anything there. Then I can tidy up these joints as well while they're off. And then we'll see if I can fix the base piece without removing that upholstery. So let me remove the two armrests and see what that looks like. So guys, that's what's left of the chair. Got the armrest off quite easily. Took all the springs out and the little corner blocks. Now this one, it is loose, but it doesn't want to come out. So I'm scared I'm going to damage it. So I'm just going to warm it up with a heat gun and see if I can get the glue to give way. There's no damage on the rails and stiles, so we can sand them and tidy them up nicely. But first, let me try and get this one out. Then we can start scraping and cleaning all the glue joints. The whole chair is assembled with dowels, which is not the strongest joint, but this is what we're going to keep. I'm just going to scrape everything clean, make sure I get nice clean wood for the glue to sit on. And then we'll start reassembling. Let me get this off first. So guys, I got the chair apart. I got the joints loose there, cleaned them up and re-glued them in both armrests, and I started sanding on the rest to get rid of all the scratch marks. And there on that side I started just a test piece to see if the polyurethane will actually react nicely with the wood. So far it looks good. So that's how far I am. I still have a bit of sanding left on this three pieces and then also on the backrest, the legs. But it's getting back together again, maybe today. And there's a few guys that will ask, why am I sanding it off? It doesn't look so bad. To give you an idea, I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see it. Somebody tried to touch this up with something that didn't work with the old varnish or the old finish that was on here, and it really made something bad. So I'll have to sand that off. And in order to get the colors the same, I'll have to sand everything off. So that's the reason for sanding. So guys, that's the old chair glued back together again, all in one piece. Only the two armrests, I only screwed them because when they do the upholstery, they will have to remove them. So I think it came out nice and it's ready for the customer. And I don't trust these armrests very much. The only thing that's in here is two dowels and then glue. And as soon as pressure is put on the back, in other words, if somebody that's a little bit heavy set sits on this, I don't think these joints is going to last, those two joints. But I used the Alkaline Ultra, the strongest glue I had, and hopefully they will last. But I don't have much hope for that. So it's ready for the upholsterers. I hope the customer is happy. So guys, this is a little study table that I'm modifying for a customer and changing it up. So what happened is there are 2 of these boxes, 3 drawers on the left, 3 drawers on the right, and the customer would like to just have 1 box on the right and then just legs in the top. So what happened is the legs was very short. As you can see, I added 50 millimeters to each leg there. Just extended it by gluing it and epoxying it with 16 millimeter dowels. So I got the height in there, and I'm starting to sand that off to see what I can do and get it nice and better. The top, I managed to disassemble the whole top. It was only assembled with dowels. I'm going to take out all the dowels and most probably replace this piece of the top. It's got lots of damage that I don't think we'll be able to fix without losing a lot of width. So I'm considering taking this one out, replace it with a new piece of board, and then reglue it with biscuits. So I'm going to put it through the drum sander now quickly, this top, to see what I have to work with. Let's get it through the drum sander and get this poor project done. Guys, that's through the drum sander on a 40 grit sandpaper. As you can see, this poor table, this was the front side, and it took quite a beating. It looks good from far, but not so good from near. So as you can see, there's lots of little holes, pinholes. There's even nails in there. Don't know if you can see the little nail there. And this front one really looks bad. It took a lot of beating on the front, so I think I'm really going to replace this. I'm just quickly going to change the drum sanders paper from a 40 grit to a 80 grit. Put them through again. And just see if I can get rid of most of these little pinholes everywhere. So guys, that's them sanded now with the 80 grit on the drum sander there. And it looks much better. There's still a lot of little marks, but I think we can make work with that. Looks much better. It's now smooth. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut off all the little dowels, get the edge scraped and planed, and see if I can get this top one again. So guys, that's now the top. Sanded, planed on edge. And I think I'm going to put it together as is with this piece. My plan is to later, because it's very narrow, it's only 730 wide. And it's got a 30 millimeter overhang for both sides. So it's 15 millimeters, a very small overhang. So my way of thinking of it now is I'm going to glue it together, biscuit and glue it, leave it to dry. Then I'm going to cut that edge off and put two false edges on. Not on the ends, because remember I can still make this as wide as I want. So I can shorten it by 30 millimeters to give it a better overhang on the sides. So the reason for me thinking like that, my new piece of oak board that I bought for this, the color differs so much to this. This is yellowed over the years and it's got lots of, shall we call it, patina. So I think by just putting two false edges of about 30 mil on the ends, once I'm done, I'm going to cut this off and add that. And then you'll see what that looks like and take it from there. Let me get this in the biscuits and the clamps. In the top at least, it's almost there. So guys, that's now the top biscuited and then glued up. I will leave that now, and then next week we'll see how far we can get with this. See if we can get this study table out of the workshop. In the back, as you can see, that frame that's standing there, it's another door me and Koenraad is building. But that's next week.